Pisces, and welcome to your love reading for singles for April 2018. So I've done the ones for couples separately, and it's so strange. You get a really similar reading to Capricorn, and what I felt for Capricorn was quite similar here. Actually, you almost got identical cards. So any Capricorn in your birth chart, Venus, Moon, Ascendant, or there's an attraction, a really intense attraction with some Capricorn person. It can work either way. I'm going to pull you, oh yeah, very intense attraction here, Pisces. But it might be, there might be a sense of forbidden fruit around it, basically. Exactly what Capricorn got, very, very odd, okay? So forbidden fruit might be because the person's already involved with someone else, or there's something preventing you connecting. This is not a love you can prevent, Pisces. Look, the Empress and the King of Cups. I really don't think it can possibly get any better than the blending of these energies. When we're looking at the energy of a deep, deep, profound connection, I always look for the King of Cups with one of the earth energies. Empress is a Taurus card. So this is because it's the earth energy that makes it into something tangible and not just something that exists between yous on a very Pisces plane. Yeah, that very sort of dream time love. It's the Empress that brings it into manifestation. And you've got the King of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Lover's card. So I think it's safe to say, Pisces, that love is in the air. And between me and you, I don't think this is any ordinary sort of love. Not with that King and not with that Empress. It's also a bond that you can't prevent. Because the Empress, when you imagine the love of the Empress, imagine Mother Nature and a bee that goes to a flower. There's a magnetism, basically. And you've got the Devil card in the spirituality house. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But there's definitely a feeling of there might be some subtle or even complex reasons that's preventing this relationship getting off the ground right away. But it will get off the ground, Pisces, I guarantee it. So where you're at mentally is the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is a card about travel. It's also a card about relocation. It's very, very fast moving energy. But I'm looking at the rest of your cards, and I'm wondering if some Pisces are already feeling this. If they're not feeling it already, they will be, okay? So if this turns up as a card that you're almost already feeling, you might be sending out a lot of intentions, a lot of loving kindness, there might be almost a lot of communication between the two of you, but it's subtle, mind to mind, a lot of vibrations. It's also a Wands card. It's a very high sexual attraction because you've also got the Ace of Wands and the Devil card, okay? Emotionally, you're the Seven of Discs. So I've got you contemplating nature of this bond, okay? I would give up all attempts to resist it if I was you, because there's sometimes attractions come into our life, and if someone else is going to get hurt, Pisces, I wouldn't go into that, because that sets in motion a whole different set of events. Okay, my email's in the about section, Pisces, basically. I'm not saying don't, but do everything that you can to make sure if there's another party involved, they are not harmed. Because imagine life as a game of snakes and ladders, And if we don't want to go down to the start again, we have to look at how we have to look at everyone involved. But you're contemplating and reflecting. It's also a card of having to wait for that 7 to become the 10 for the harvest. But the harvest is coming. Spiritually, you've got the Devil card, and I've turned around and the Devil's right there again, and so is the Lover's card. This is, it's one of these, it's a forbidden fruit reading, basically. I think it's because the person might be already involved. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. Or there's past heartache, Pisces. It's still telling you all the reasons why you're not lovable. So you're trying to protect your heart. So that's another 3 of Swords meaning. But spiritually, the Devil card can speak of a Capricorn. I said Capricorn almost get the same reading as you. It's also that sense of there's a gateway to be crossed here. There might be, there's a lot of burning to happen. So when I talk about a lot of burning to happen, you might have to be patient. You might have to work with this 3 of Swords. But most people say, you know, we think, oh my gosh, this is really difficult and this is really painful. This is what transforms us, Pisces. And when we transform, we start to resonate at a different level, which attracts more and more and more to us. So spiritually, you might be going through a little bit of burning here, Pisces, okay? Between me and you, if I got this reading, I would allow this burning. So sometimes that burning is that feeling of I can't have what I want. That would be the 7 and the 3. Or I can't go there because there's someone else involved. Keep working with it. Keep just enduring and keep sort of going through this Devil card. This Devil card is probably one of the most important cards in the deck because it's this card that gets us through to the life that we want. But sometimes we need to go through a lot to get there, okay? But your first advice card is the Ace of Wands. So I don't know what this is saying is you've got to manage your passion. It can be, okay? Because especially if there's another party involved and you don't want to create a negative set of events, okay? Then you might have to manage this passion. But boy, are you attracted to someone, and boy, is someone attracted to you. It's just, I almost want to say, I don't know what I'd do if I had that reading, if I had that card as my advice. Because the advice is to feel it, to not deny what you're feeling. But there's certain, as a feeling, is you're also going to have to be patient. And yeah, you've got the patience card, okay? That's what the 7 of Discs is. You're going to have to be patient, but it's definitely happening. So it's not in your imagination, but the challenge is the 3 of Swords. With that Devil card there, I've got a feeling the person's already maybe involved with someone else, which is preventing the relationship moving forward. It's with this Knight of Wands. I think you're going to have to allow this process to unfold, but the outcome is the 2 of Cups, which is right by the Lovers, which is right by the King of Cups. This is a really high level of love, Pisces. And my advice, this reading was mine, and it sort of is because my Venus and Moon is in Pisces. Allow the burning. And we allow that burning just by, don't deny what you feel. Do all the best that you can. Especially it depends what this 3 of Swords, but is allow itself to resolve itself, because right with it, again, is the Lovers and the Empress. I don't see this as a love that anyone can prevent. You can't prevent the major arcanas, okay? But there's stuff to overcome. And I've got a funny feeling for some Pisces, it's either going to be someone else, or there's been past sorrow that's you're finding it hard to feel again. You're finding it hard to trust passion again. Because the Judgment card's here, which is a rebirth. So you don't get the rebirth unless you've just gone through a death. So that can mean that Three of Swords is, I literally can't go through that pain anymore. So we step back from love. It's funny, when I did Capricorn's reading, I couldn't believe it, and I actually can hardly believe this one either. I'd literally need a private to understand the dynamics here. All I do know, this is not a love that can be avoided, because the forces of attraction are too powerful. I want you to feel it, and I want you to work with these cards. It's okay if there's forbidden fruit. It's okay to be patient and to allow whatever this is to be resolved. You might have to endure a little bit of difficulty, but I wouldn't worry about it personally. You can't buy this energy, Pisces. You can't. Things like this come once in a lifetime. Yeah. So if you need to go through a little bit of burning and endurance and waiting, it's going to be worth it. Oh my gosh, what a reading. Loads of love, Pisces. You can get me my emails in the about section, and loads of love. Bye.